They are now at the first houses. Aphek is not a town which can compete with Gamala or Hippo. It is more rural than anything else. But perhaps because it is an important road junction, it is not a poor town. As a transit town for caravans travelling from the hinterland to the lake, or from the north southwards, it is bound to be equipped to supply pilgrims with lodgings, clothes, sandals and victuals, and consequently there are many stores and hotels. The widow's house is near a hotel in the square, and the ground floor is a large store with all kinds of goods, and is run by an old big-nosed bearded man who is shrieking like one of the damned at some stingy buyers. "Samuel," calls the woman. "Mistress," replies the old man, bowing as low as the bales of goods piled up in front of him allow him. "Send Elias or Philip here, and meet me in the house," orders the widow. And then, addressing the master, she says, Come into my house, and be my welcome guest." They all go in, passing through the warehouse, while the little donkeys are taken I do not know where by a tall boy who has come for them. Beyond the warehouse, which does not give the house a very artistic appearance, is a fine yard with porches on two sides. In the middle there is a fountain, or at least a basin, because no water is running. Vigorous plane trees at the sides shade the whitewashed walls. A staircase climbs to the terrace. Doors open into rooms on the porchless sides, the farthest from the warehouse. Previously, in the days of my husband, it was full here, and we gave lodgings to merchants overtaken by the night. The porches are for goods. There are stables for animals, and the fountain over there to water them. Come into the rooms. And she crosses the yard diagonally, going towards the nicest part of the house. She calls, "Mary, Johanna." 2 maidservants come, one with her hands soiled with dough, the other with a broom in her hand. "Mistress, peace be with you and with us, now that you're back." "And with you? Any trouble these past days?" "Joseph, that light-headed man, broke the rosebush of which you were so fond. I gave him a good thrashing. You should thrash me for allowing him to go near the plant." "It is of no value." But tears well up in the eyes of Sarah, who justifies them, saying, "My husband brought me it the last spring that he was healthy." "And Elias broke his leg, which has made Samuel furious, because he has no help in these days of busy markets. He fell from the staircase on the other side of the house while he was hanging out to have the walls whitewashed for you," says the other woman, and she concludes, "He's suffering very much, and he will remain lame. And you, mistress, did you have a pleasant journey?" "As I could never have hoped. I've come back with the Rabbi of Galilee. Quick, make preparations for my guests. Come in, master." They enter the house, passing before the 2 dumbfounded maidservants. They are received in a large cool room, in dim light, furnished with seats and chests. The widow goes out to give instructions, and Jesus calls the apostles to send them through the town to prepare people for his coming. Samuel comes in, transformed from salesman to butler, followed by maidservants with amphorae and basins for the purifications before taking food, which is carried in large trays, bread, fruit, milk.